Good morning, everyone. uh, yes, I'm here. Today, we will talk about to developing tolerance practice uh, using the second, third, and the fourth methods discussed earlier. Last few weeks, we did this um, topic, and today I want to talk a little bit. Last week, unfortunately, our sound system didn't work properly. So first, I will repeat some of that talk about the tolerance. Um, and today, I have a translator. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, uh, why we talking about the tolerance practice? Because our life, you know, life has interesting. Life has challenge. Sometimes uh, your job's a little bit harder, they need tolerance. And sometimes relationships, sometimes we have similar this natural disaster, coronavirus. And we are so lucky, New Zealand. We are so lucky, isn't it? We are lucky. We need appreciate, no thinking other say. Amazing. We have very good leader, and we have lots. No only one person. Just the and she did a good job, but there are lots around the people, um, and especially in people put lots of effort. There's so many cause conditions, good things there. Yes. And 제가 서버로 다 서버 공야되네 금전 가르쳐니 공부를 나도 아니 상상랑도 메제나라야다 메제신이디 메제신이 미메제여라 미메제나 아니 상상라 야고 용거래 상상라 강에 용거래 아니 강에로 틱틱 총어다가 아니 람상 강에디 샤네 누구여라 미망버지 강에 춘준지요나 디샤네요 서지신다 야면은 토고 릴레이션십이야 토고지고 야면은 내가 지고 야면은 저 냠len 최치야라 로 곰자야당 진다용야당 강에 대지나 빨래 하고도 쇼베 찾고도 건달 찾는 두수 상월라 가서 쇠베 냠len 매베 인자네 야고 용고요 말이 인자가서 쇠베 냠len 다 다리 든다니 드링다 든다 제마디 안저 쇠베 더 게제 대시나 서로.
So when we talk about patience, it's important for us to understand, well, why is it that we need to practice it all? What's the reason or the benefit for actually practicing in patience? Well, This, in our human life, in our daily lives, sometimes we face situations that are less than ideal, right? We face difficulties and so forth. However, if you're able to simply kind of maybe stop or be still or not engage with the situation, then it can naturally become less or even sometimes just take care, maybe disappear or take care of itself, right? So it's not, you don't need to build it up. If you kind of build the situation up more and think, oh, I had this difficulty and this problem and get fully engaged, it can make the situation worse. And also, of course, in our Dharma practice, if we're able to then practice patience, tolerance, and remain kind of stable and calm, then this actually helps also in engaging the Dharma practice. So this is why for the next 2 weeks, so this class and or this talk and next talk we'll be talking about patience.
다 간대시고. When I was young, cargo. Dictionary 그러.
Yeah, I need
Oh, yeah.
to cook job care and changes.
Oh yeah. 아니 나 춘주간으로 내 빠하기 라젠들이 시켜 그랬어. 마 강에 가르쳐서 될라 야란토 버치고 그랬어. 말이 있어대 야란토 버치고 그랬어. 어디 네 랍제 첨부를 하셨어.
So my father gave me advice that if you have difficulties, like to get back up again. So basically, if you fall down, to get back up. There's some similar English expression.
말이 있어대 야란 세저로.
Yeah.
I said, do you have some?
I can't remember the words.
What's that?
Get back on again. So yeah, that's
straight
a good
back.
one.
Yeah, where's falling down? You're straight back there, isn't it? The car is the ma yalang goes. Adi. 저도 랍제 첨부래도.
So this is very good advice.
다 데라다 서와 거래. 서와 맨날
In
가고
order to do that, you need patience. If you don't have patience, you'll just lie on the ground like this.
서와 냠려면은 아니 야랑 두고 말해. 배도
Yeah, so if you don't have patience, you just won't be able to get up again, and you just keep rolling down the hill.
Yeah. 아니 다 서외기 게 두시나 서외 편딕시 아니 서외 ngô 직시 다 드네 네 서외 냠len 시하게 탑람 짐바 다 찍기 숨 되지 말라 하는 거 님들로 공개하게 되기 전으로
So yeah, we'll talk about the benefits of patience, and then how to engage in it, and also the
keep mind peaceful mind or present moment on your peaceful mind. Let's recognize. Oh yeah, that 먼저 수배고 뒤에 끼게 되시라.
So now we'll talk a little bit about patience.
수박이 아니 냠낸 쳐야 되다. 먼저 콘도에라 콘도디 아니 먼저 뒤에 아니 수수 콘도디 매우 마세요시. 아니 미신다게 치료가 미신다게 콘도 매웠어야 다. 치료가 코유 시대여나 아니 알아 시대 용 그랬어. 치료가 족보디 콘도 매나 알아 콘도 용. 디 삼로디 슉 첨부여 그래서 먼저 뒤에로.
So our, I guess, natural inclination or the way we tend to think is that we seem to think that, oh, if I sort out the external situation, like if I have a good external situation and if everybody's nice to me and if my friends don't get angry, then I won't get angry. So the way of dealing with our anger is by sorting out everything around us in a way that it doesn't make us angry. So this is like a very common or the normal way to think.
데라야 단다 디 이세 쉬어라 준중나가 직지가 되어 싶죠라 트웨 심리 직좀나스 다데 탐제 좀 난다스 사딩데다 고여디 디니 고여 칼라 3D 잠지 고여니 사딩 탐제 요단다스 제장저 베나 롱바직라 체마든데 망보 체마서로 망보 요나 아니 안저 창맛과 갑투고 말와 딜레 수수 강발라 과가 한 거지 권샤나 아니 사딩 탐제라 과요가 직버레스 대난시 수수기 초에 심 축된jo다 초스야 돼 제zan다 먼저 족보지고 말에 미당 저와요도 콘도 용거래 내가 깔래하고 싶도 콘도 용거래 내가 담아두고 요도 콘도 용거래 아니 최냠는 지도양 최냠는 야고마쇼네 강에 콘도 용거래 뭐디 디심디 수수심디 슈tum나 초에 심디 직좀나서라 아니 텔레템베 아니 직디 야고레 디동자레 직지 알라라고 또 이게 상마 좀더 그랬어 어디 직디 누가 첨부 쉬지도 알아.
So if we look at this verse in the Patience chapter of the Bodhisattva Charyavatara, or the Guide to Bodhisattva's Way of Life by Shantideva, where it says that where would I find enough leather to cover the entire earth? But with leather soles beneath my feet, it's as if the whole world were covered. So this brings us sort of a different way of thinking, right? To say that, so in a external environment where there's a lot of thorns and rocks or whatever, you can't work around with bare feet. So basically you have two options. You can either cover the entire environment with leather, or you can just put shoes on and have leather on your feet, essentially. So it effectively does the same job. So what does this actually mean, right? Well, in terms of patience, if we then kind of protect our mind, right? So the things that can make us angry are our connections with friends, and not just friends, with other people, like the people around us. If they do certain things, this can cause us to be angry. Or we can have difficulties, say at work or situations like this. This can cause anger to arise. Or sometimes when we're doing our practice, and maybe the practice of meditation or whatever is not going that well, then this can cause us to arise. cause anger. So when we talk about like protecting our mind, it means that if we keep our mind stable, like we don't react so much to these situations, like this effectively means that we're protecting ourselves from all of these things, right? That by stabilizing our mind, these situations no longer disturb the mind.
제가 아니 심 톡제로 심 나라 딘데 다 지강에로 내가 이나래 톡을 들어가 이나래 다 가래네 내주 다음에 연구로 가서 지zo 코어세 되는 데도 연구를 하면서 지 상상라 야고 연구를 상상 도자 연. 다 야고 연도 뒤로 당가란 정말 야고 그걸 강의 개면도 강의로 예외 가도라 안에 쌤디 두 가시에니 대변에주 망보쇼 지 삼련나라야 태 거르죠. 가시에니 마음바게 삼려 그 지심대 삼나땅 안에 미딩알 수딘데 라고도 nga델라 파딜라고 예 삼로니 셈나라 투딘데 데드 나 딘데게 셈데나 안저 셈나라 시버와 시버 대사 요 말다 시베 셈디 대사 요 말다 가르선나 셈 상마 셀리미니 차차로
So when we look at what is it kind of disturbs our mind, it's the way we think. It's our thought processes that do it. So, for example, we tend to think a lot about maybe the past or the future, but often the past. Like when we think, oh, this person said this to us and this person did this to us. And as long as we continuously engage in this kind of thought process, then there's no space or there's no place or no way our mind can be peaceful. Right? Of course, our mind is then going to be agitated and disturbed, because it's like, it's all kind of shaken up by this kind of thought process, and there's no way for it to be peaceful.
아니 신다파샤 삼다망타는 간사질에 니쿠 말했으라래.
Sometimes it gets to the point that you agitate yourself so much you can't even sleep. So it becomes.
데 준준나라 데성도 세단 승을 심잖아 이니 시와 냐면이었어. 가단 대화 메돌라 이모 원시 데미지. 셈나라 세단다 셈바 안데 셈바 마지와 마로 셈바 세단 그릭데 심데 유나 세단 승을 심잖아 이라 아니 시와 냠뇨용 뇨아요 말에 시와 뇨야게부터 심 대화 주제 대디요 말에 심나는 가와용 말에 대화용 말에 다 신다 파샤네 아니 니에 그거 말했다 죄송합니다 세보다
Yeah. So I mean, it goes. If we look at another verse, but from the same text, it explains this. It says, "My mind will not experience peace if it fosters painful thoughts of hatred. I shall find no joy or happiness. Unable to sleep, I shall feel unsettled." And it's exactly like this. If you kind of constantly are allowing your mind to be caught up in these kind of disturbing thought processes about others and things like that, then it does. Your mind is constantly agitated to the point where you can't even, not only can you not find any peace, you can't even sleep properly.
다 근데 인상 저 수배 편요래다 수배 편요이나 아니 쌤 중교도 마시오다 쌤 중교도 시제 근데 쌤 중교도 시나 아니 쌤라야 다 대화요래 쌤라 대화다 가와요나 아니 니죠 그래 아니 칼라야고 사도 그래 아니 저보다 대화야고도 그래 아니 내가 찍을 강에 되나 코 양자 동는 전에 내가 더 야로 야로도 그래 아니 저보찍이 강에 됐으나 저보찍 저보니 저보숨 저보 마르도 그래 가신다 봐자네 수부게 대단로 같은 거 이뮤 시스템 세로 저조에 야게도 그렇다 야게도 저도 상 아니 타게 수부 타게 거주로 안한저 미망고지 하드텍 나 고나야도 상마 삼마마진니 연구도 알아 그래서 심라 세번냠래나 삼바지오용 삼바지오나 타게 거주 야가요래 고나야 용어요래 나도 저 내가게 팬더로 알아
So conversely, if we are able to keep our mind peaceful, then of course one will be much more relaxed and happier. We'll be able to eat better, be healthier, sleep better. We'll have better relationships with others. If we have peaceful mind, then we'll have more harmonious relationships with others. We'll have better relationships. We'll have more and more friends and better quality relationships as well. Also, it affects our health. It affects our immune system. If our mind's peaceful and happy, this has tremendous benefit for our immune system. It also allows kind of the blood to flow more freely. We don't get headaches. We don't get these types of things. So there's tremendous benefit in many ways that can be had from patients. So for this reason, it's very important to understand the benefits of patients, because through understanding the benefits of patients, that's what allows us to actually put it into practice.
다 낭배 슈네 셴나다 니 타바 토고레 탐제 겸바 토보레 다 타바다 탐제 겸바 써야지 알레다 타릉부레 데 이네 주저릭도 하고나 야고요라 다 타도게 대화 에 교도하면 저게 대화도 시기요다 간다 만주 단다 대화도 교도거다 만주 단다 대화지야 망보식 동행 오버래 겐시 테도 유도거다 만주 아 단다다가 지부인 참나 겐시 테부다가 남산 마지부 차로거다 때가서는 어디 란신디 동해 란신 바티 시기요라 교도거다 다 타와다 탐제 겸 산제 공부사 단서는 대화도 춘이 줄여요 말다 간다 와 줄여요 말 신다 파샤네 근데 타바다 근데 톰니기 미드 저기 통당도 배들어가래 먼저 통야게 미당 잘라도다 콘주 통야 미당 잘라배 로가래 가가래
It also is important as part of your practice if you want to attain things like liberation and enlightenment and so forth. Then patience is essential for that. And I mean, these states of liberation and enlightenment might seem quite far away, but it is important to understand, the purpose or what these things are. So we now, of course, we experience happiness and suffering, but it's quite different to the happiness that beings in these states experience, because their happiness is very stable, and we can say unfluctuating or unchanging. For us, the happiness we have is very like transient. We're happy 1 minute, then something happens and we're unhappy, and then something else happens and we're happy, and it's this constant kind of roller coaster ride. However, if you're able to really develop mind and stabilize your mind, you can have this really stable, unchanging sort of happiness. And this is quite different to the happiness we experience because of the changeable nature of our happiness. We can actually say it's kind of in the nature of suffering, or can become suffering, right? Whereas for these beings, because their minds are quite different and their minds are very happy, then the way they see things and engage with external people and their environment is quite different. The way they perceive things is very different to the way we see things.
말아서 뒤주 수수 매제나가 전환시는 하고 그래 삼바 지우요나 강바당 아니 가리네 상마 야고요 봐 수수 삼바디 지우요나 상마 야고로 통거래 다 삼바디 지우면은 네 직득이면도 대 직득이면도 대 직득 상마 만지고라 짠짠요래 세브레디
So, and I mean, we can see this to an extent within our lives. Like if our minds if we like have a positive mental attitude and we're happy, then where we go, like this, things seem better. Like the environment seems better. This house, like the place when we're in, seems better. Everything seems okay. However, if we're unhappy, if our minds are disturbed, then we always see problems everywhere. Like, oh, this is not good. Like this house, this room's not good. Oh, this thing's out of place. This is not wrong. Oh, these dirty dishes, and these become a much bigger deal, right? Because of our mental state. So we can see this for ourselves.
나등 알아서 냠뇨나네 다나 싱그리 세브레로 디네 조도나 상마 조도 디네 조마는 도야요 맞다로 세우 쇼레데 셈나네 셈디 야고 기부여나 상마 디기요래 셈디 기부면은 상마 기부여 맞다 간다 상마 데라 셈라 라레기요다
So we can see this from our own experience. If our mental attitude is good and our mind is happy, then everything seems better. So everything seems fine. However, if our mind is unhappy and disturbed, then everything becomes problematic. So we can see this from our own experience. So we can actually see that everything comes back or relates back to the mind.
다디 펜도 들어시 다 펜다 쉬워져서 펜 할래버래 다디 딘데스티고 다디네 나 서버스나 가래라. 서버스나 가래. 서버 오버 가래. 주얼리다.
So this is briefly explains the benefits of patience, right? The benefits of patience are incredibly amazing and profound. But I'm just giving like a quick overview, I guess, of the benefit of patience. But then this leads onto the questions. Well, if patience is so awesome, then what actually is it? What is the essence of patience?
다 뭐 먼저 재면은 다 대. 낭배 흉내 쉐웨이나. 서버스야 돼. 강에 가르 트베 이네. 야니 돈이 가르 트베 이네. 수수심 마투 것이 대통나 디스버.
So, from a Buddhist perspective, we can say that no matter what occurs around, right, good or bad or things like that, the mind remains undisturbed. That's what we can say patience is. No matter what occurs, the mind remains stable and undisturbed.
심 마투 것이 대로. 마투 것이 시워시 대대.
So undisturbed, matua is like undisturbed. So we can say peaceful and undisturbed.
치코나나 쇠바식으로 쇠바. 쇠바시디 먼저 강에 나자이나 나자르와 나자 쇠바 냠내 야고이나 나자게 삼범마지고 소구마레. 쇠베 냠내 숙첨보이니도 나자 가즈 숙첨보이나 심나라 먼저이나 만나서도 다 가르쳐 올라줘라. 시에요 말. 나자 여베이나 나자 수불 룰을 딴 그래. 이나 심게 나자디 채로 딴거 말이야. 디켜봐 쉬어져다.
So when we talk about this patience, we could say that like one example of it would be if we're physically sick, right? Like our body's sick and we're not feeling well, this doesn't disturb our mind. Like no matter how sick we become, that doesn't disturb our mind. Now for us as ordinary people in general, we tend to get a little bit sick and then we're like, oh, I'm so sick and I can't do anything. And it becomes a big mental disturbance for us. But this is not actually necessarily the case. I mean, the physical sickness affects the body, but it doesn't necessarily affect the mind. Right? It's if we're able to, it's possible for our minds not to be disturbed by it. You know, if we're able to practice this patience.
아니 내가 치서라 내가 갈래하고 열어. 다 만화도 다 지난 시단다 망부터 냠녀여래. 나랑 그러이나 내가 가래이나 빼나 내가 탄다 밀라 게제 셔야들. 학사 남다 정하나 tradition 미 용거여나면은 나처 나랑 내가 가래 예 셔야들 셔야들 나 tradition 띵에 내가 그래. 수수 내가 될 항상 남다게 내가 가래이나 캐요 말고 이제 산주 강바 장마 쇠에 나래 가래나 딜라 제 주주 퇴바 쳐나 캐요 말해 수수 삼만 남다 학상 디캐 좀 쇼래 디 매비나 아니 내가 가와이네 아니 배 강의도 안 하면서 다들 주주 내가 공부로 내가 공부했다 학과들이 록다운 시대 디 뉴질랜드 레가면 오스트레일리아 드여요 말 뒤주이나 뉴질랜드 레가면 오스트레일리아 도 레라우 도 샤그라 다 드서면도 다 대대고라 얘들 상관은 내가 가래 이내 베나 신다 파션이 강 나로 강바 장마 써야지네 상마야고 야고스 갈래요 레가스니들 갈래요 레 그런 인지식을 가르라고 있는 베베식을 레 가스도 레 가스도 때지 레 제보다 깔래카 그랬어요. 레 가스도 식디 닝조다.
It's it's important to kind of bring this fortitude out, also this patience into our work. Because like we all have to work and we all have different types of responsibilities, not just like the job we're paid for, but let's say responsibilities as well. So as a teacher, my responsibility is to prepare, for the class and do my preparation and then to teach it. But it's not important like if 100 people come or one person comes or nobody comes. It's still important to have this kind of positive attitude or this enthusiasm towards what we do. And it's the same, like whatever work you do, if you're a cleaner, if you're cleaning houses or whatever the work you may do, it's important to have some sort of some intention towards it. I guess you could say enthusiasm towards it, or maybe more like a fortitude with it, something like that. That you don't kind of get caught up in this this is so horrible and so difficult, and that kind of thinking. Because whatever work you do, it's important to do it well, and we all have to work, right? We all have to do things, and these days, it's now we can't even, if we don't like our job, we can't just go to Australia and get another one. We have to kind of accept our situation a bit more now, right? But it's important to do that with the right sort of attitude, and there is difficulties when you work, right? Like, I guess you'd say it's called work for a reason, right? The Tibetan word leka is, so Tibetan words are often two words joined together. So le means activity, and ka is short for kalikabo, which is difficult. So it literally means difficult activity. So I think that's a pretty good.
Tireda, daddy, leka.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not surprising that it's difficult, really.
제가 안에서 항상 펜 펜싱 꾸내랑 내가 지금 아니 갈래 가고 말해 재밌이 갈래 가 그래.
But if you have this kind of special intention or this intention to benefit others, then it's no longer, it's not difficult anymore. It's a totally different thing.
다 서버나 다 서버 냠네 한데 다 서버 될라. 뭐어디지 야와티 숨샤고로 와. 아니 뇌절에 체면에 배서 미신다가 너가 제용데 미신다가 다스스 다 로다 너가 제데 지조데 디도와 가서 프로페셔다 아 미식직라 로다 데 방도와 되는 거로 이제 뇌제 미신다가 저 너가 제용데 데 뇌제들라 아니 체면에 배서 봐 뇌제디가 수수 심 맞고 체제
So when we talk about patience, then there's three types of patience. So the first is the patience of enduring harm from others, would be like a literal translation. Shiman, more like not being disturbed by the harm from others. So this is basically exactly that. People around us are going to do things that we might not agree with. From time to time, they might like directly physically harm us or verbally abuse us, or it might be things like peer pressure, more subtle things like peer pressure or things like that. But it's not, the patience would be no matter what these people do to harm us directly or indirectly, that our mind doesn't get caught up in it. It doesn't get disturbed by these things. So that's the first type of patience.
니버디 아니 동해 달랭이 쓰바래. 다 내나다로 보다 된대 요보다 아니 방에다 나자 동 믹스에다 동해 와. 다 나자 지고 말해 동해 요라 동해 담면도 요라. 먼저 카시엘라 베샤 메베 동해 카시엘라 레가 메베 동해 카시엘라 아니 둘로 카시엘라 모터 마라베 동해다 카시엘라 토고 마라베 동해다 동해 담면도 요라. 이제 내단 담면도 전에 동해 담면도 유디 텐데기 동해디 내가블이야 수수 맞추고 싶마 대비치지 대투나 안데 동해 당랭게 쓰와서 대 당랭세네 와고 렘 타르다 대 양자 심대 쳐는 대 양자 말다요 말다 디세야 탑시 가서 삼당으로 메시 동해 당랭게 쓰와서기도.
So the next type of patience is the patience of enduring suffering, literally. So this can be, we all have suffering, either physical suffering like sickness or physical injuries, or, various different types of suffering. We all experience those. But the patience would be not letting our mind get disturbed by it. So there's various different types of suffering, like the suffering of not having enough money, the suffering of not having work or enough work, the suffering of not having the car we want, not having the house we want, not having the relationship we want, whatever it might be, right? These kind of sufferings are there. But if the mind doesn't engage with them in the incorrect way. So what's meant by this is that you don't feed it. You basically don't feed these sufferings. So you don't engage with it and exaggerate it and add to it. But really more be calmer and more pragmatic. So if you have a problem and you look at how can this problem be solved, what's the solution for it, rather than just going over it and building it up in your head. So there is this second type of patience, the patience of enduring suffering.
다들 내 숨바데 가는 철렁에 있으니 있어봤어. 당저 church도 강에도 렐하고요 말에 church에 돼. 와 곰자래 갈래하고요. 대 잡는 더 나기 위해서 나기. 아니 베제 테블로나 대 탄다 하모고 와 삼로다는 곰자가지네. 신담을 태요. 아니 지 찬주 쌤들인데 곰베 하고도 삼바 상보치에 곰자베도 렐하고요 말에 삼바 상보 지세 틱디 렐하고래로. 삼바 상보치 님은 믿어 심리 제고돼. 렐하고요 말하고 쌤 최다 최세야데 낭배게 최세야데 쌤 교다. 쌤 교다 렐하고 제요 말하고.
So then the next type of patience is the patience of enduring the difficulties when engaging in, like we say, Dharma practice or spiritual practice. Now, spiritual practice is not easy. Even sitting still for a long time can make physical sufferings. If you're meditating, you can get physical difficulties, like your body gets stiff and sore, and it's challenging sometimes. But more than that, it's the mental difficulties that we face, because trying to develop our mind is not easy, right? Like to develop positive like patience, or to develop a good heart, or say a positive, compassionate attitude. It's not easy. I mean, the words are easy to say, but to actually do it is difficult. To actually change the mind, it comes with a lot of difficulty. So this word that we Dharma is the Sanskrit. Chur, the Tibetan, means to like transform. We transform in a positive way. And this transforming the mind or changing our way of thinking in a positive way is not easy. It comes with a lot of difficulties. So we need this patience to be able to go through that or accept that.
먼저 하버드 가시에게 수수 쌤 금식에 뭐 하고 그 말이라 수수 금식에 뭐데 수수 원래 지금 말에 가시 원래 전에 교다야라 하고 빼요래 가르치네 김진 가르치네 당보대 김진 당보대 수수 다 논리도 하고서는 가도이는 하야고 인된 거요라 하야고 인가 되게 된 거요라 되게다 원래 지도야 말에 당보대.
So, we all have, you could say, negative or like harmful habits, right? Harmful to ourselves or others. Right? We have these habits. And it's, even recognize them is sometimes difficult. Seeing these habits is difficult. And definitely changing these habits, even once we recognize these habits as being disturbing or harmful to ourselves and others, still it's difficult to change. So why is it difficult to change these habits or our way of thinking? Well, the first reason is everybody has this tendency to think they're pretty awesome and how great they are, right? So this is the first reason why we find it difficult to change our habits.
저 나랑 상물로기 나랑게 제바디 뒤고 예스디 나는 상당고로 와 수수 원에 누가 강요된 제다 야가 제로 근데 야가 임베 쳐요 말하고 수수 원에 약보다 남주된 제 나랑게 약보다 제비 라로 남주 이내양 릉하게 자와가지 논주 연구로 와 디 수수 원에 dig대나 되나 dig이요 말하고 디 먼저 하고 두고요 말아 원래 치두고요 말아.
So, we tend to think that we're amazing, we're awesome all the time. But in reality, we tend to make the odd mistake, right? Or maybe more than the odd one, actually, some of the time, right? So it's important that, if we are constantly caught up in this thinking of how wonderful we are, we can't even recognize when we make these mistakes. So it's important to recognize when we have made a mistake or are at fault. It's very important for us to be able to recognize that situation.
아니, 주어다야 될라. 수수 다 갈래 주었다는 람사 주었다는 통말에 람사 주었다나 아니 녀뭐 차그래.
But then, when it also, once we have recognized that, then we need to think about, well, recognizing alone and still keeping on doing it is probably not as helpful as it could be, right? So we then need to think, okay, we need to change the way we behave. If we can recognize our harmful behavior, we need to change it. But how do we go about that? Well, the important thing is to change it in a slow, like progressive or a kind of slow, maybe relaxed, skillful, and maybe relaxed way. If we think, put a lot of pressure on ourselves and think, I'm just going to change immediately and become this perfect being and radiates rainbows or something like that, right? Then this is actually going to make us crazy, right?
지난주 사과도 나를 강의다 맞이거든 됐도 아니 부대선달라 곰자가 딩머징이 지나 딱 맞춰 그래서
Right.
대창 말다.
If you guys think, oh well, I'm having a little couple of problems here, so I'll just pop to the Buddhist center for a couple of times and then I'll be enlightened and everything will be cool, then, you might end up being a bit disappointed.
예, 이래라요 말해.
Yeah, it's not easy.
안도 가르쳐나 춘주간에 달래 저왕아마 된데 곰시시하나다 시에 먹어라. 제다가는 춘주간에 곰시 열어봐. 근데 단다 주어다오시나 렐하고요 말해.
So, leaving aside, if we look at the habits we've generated from all our previous lives, even leaving those aside, just the habits we have created in this life, right? Even those habits are very difficult to change. Well, or it takes time to change those. So we can see that it's not easy just to change our habits.
다 당하면서 서버 냠네 고미하게 탑람다디 유름라고 저래. 딱 서버 냠네 고미하게 탑람라고 지. 다 당보딩은도 내제를 치면님에 서버가 냠네 서버 컨데 쳐오래. 대 냠네 탑람 좀 증이 셰비나로.
So now talking about, well, what is the method or what are the stages or steps to actually put this patience into practice? So first we'll talk about this patience of or accepting harm from others. So this is, we'll talk about a couple of points in order to develop that.
지난주 탑람 저거 듣고 와래. 그냥 갈래 탑람 듣고
What method do you want here? Do you want the super quick method or do you want the kind of slowly, easy does it method?
가르고.
Which do you prefer?
Good choice. 야, 다 전에 다 탐란 정보대 다 동의 고미하래. 동의.
All right. So Dave's gonna like this one. If you want the quick method, then you have to meditate on emptiness.
띵거네 요거래. 띵거네 누가 전부 쉬어래.
Yeah, this is really good. Like this is really powerful method.
먼저 검제 지어라게라. 얘는 고마자 콘랑서 비딩 exercise 팀응아 시체. 엔데제라 다 전화서 미지기 수술라 네버라고 제기요나라 봐. 다 네버 제발라 다음에는 식루어 그래. 가서 body language가 수술 마지고 소용 거래. 또 어떤데 디거다. 계산 괜히 다 다른 쇼에 컨트롤하니 저는 빼야고 단다 탱그라. 빼야고 단다 쇼에 저는 미지 컨트롤하나다. 나 빼야고 단다 서서 탱그라 빼야고.
So, for those of you who haven't done meditation here before or only a couple of times, first we'll do this 5 breathing exercise. And then what we'll do is we'll think of a time, like think of something that made you angry, right, or agitated, upset. So it might have been something somebody said, it may have been somebody's body language or anything like that. So now if you woke up this morning in a real foul mood and was super angry and had an argument with somebody, then you're real lucky, right? You're real fortunate. It's going to be an easy meditation for you.
Oh yeah, that gomjang lagi chegosra.
Okay, so what we'll do is it will be like a guided meditation, so we'll talk you through it as we go.
다 당분 breathing exercise teach us.
So first do the breathing exercise.
Oh yeah, 다? 수수 control music 수수래야. control language ya change 봐.
So now bring to mind a time, a person, or like a situation with a person, a time when you got angry with somebody.
다 뒤에 그 control 수수 control 싸워 봐. similar control 싸워 봐. 내 control디 야, 데 하고 와치 봐. 말 control 된데 뒤에 가 봐. control 된데 중 시에버치.
So the first thing to do is then recognize that you were angry at that time, or recognize that anger, like at this time in the situation that you were angry.
다 뒤에 control디 직제야. 쟤네 니스나는 아니게 답람 되고. control디 가와 더 직제야.
So now we need to like search and find. We need a method to actually find, search out or find that anger.
다 control 이거 되는. control 니스는 알 렌신.
So did anybody find the anger? If you found the anger, please tell me. Let me know.
아 지면에 뮤직 control 하는데 control 된 이유지. control 더 과도로. 한번 similar control 산 요저로.
Right.
어디 and the news nana ani nga la wa sho ni me thablam te ko so
So
mani na nga thablam khar te ro member ina naza je ni me te ro
sometimes,
ne ngela naza de je naza ras na ni me te ro ti na shi nga la ngela khondu di rana ani nge thablam te ro
so now going forward, when you get in a situation that like makes you angry, you need to search and find that anger. And if you're able to find that anger, then come and let me know, and then I'll give you a method to deal with it. Right? I'll give you a technique to deal with it. It's like that. If you find first, you've got to diagnose the sickness before you can prescribe the medicine. Right? So once you recognize the sickness, then I can be given the medicine. So this way, once you find the anger, then I can give you the method to deal with it.
shime she ya nge thang da thablam te ga che ya chun se phe shin da ta je ya khondu che ro na ya nga la kyang ge te te gra ro na za te ma je men de me lo ka she kemen na za la go na za de go na za la kemen na za
So first of all, we've got to give you the right medicine for the right situation. So first, you've got to find. If I kind of give you one technique that it doesn't really work for the right situation, it's just going to make more difficulties for you. So first, you've got to find the anger, and then it can give you the right technique. It's like that. First, you've got to really recognize the sickness before you take the medicine. You can't just go and take any old medicine and hope that it might work, right? Because if you have a kidney problem, you'll end up just taking some headache pills, and it's not going to help your situation.
me uncle had he had this problem. He thought he had kidney problem, kidney pain, and he went in a hospital, and he said I have pain, kidney, and then they give a kidney medicine, maybe same for 3 years. Today he is not very well. And I told him, you need to go to whole body, need to check, whole body. And he gets to problem. Kidney is no problem. 3 years he eat kidney medicine. Then he gets things very worse because not enough good digesting, and they leave lots of food. And food pushing kidney, and the kidney doesn't work. This is in pain. All food go out. He kidney no pain. It's exactly like that. I give you some methods. You using wrong methods. You do 3 or 4 years do meditation. Nothing benefit for you. 따지란서 컨트롤이스나는 알라가 좀 신가 달라지면서
So until you find the anger, I'm not going to give you the method or the medicine.
아유, 다 디나시 지거래. 디 탈람디 아주 동해딘데 용거로 동해 용거를 아주 매진나 동해 용거래. 동해디 수수 초부 가가지요. 수수 파마 빈자라 강에 용거도 안 그런 줄 말한서 강에 쉬고 용거도 하다. 아니 디네가를 신나라 동해 맞지고 쉬우시도 지도 맞지부터 가와도 째고다.
So this is the reality of human life, is we're going to face difficult situations. We're going to have difficulties in our life and problems and so forth. This is just the reality. There's no way you can just never have any problems or have this perfect life, right? But the thing is, when we have these problems and our mind is disturbed or unhappy or suffering, right, then we need to be able to recognize, identify what is that unhappiness or what is that suffering.
이제 다 되네. 다음도 곰니버드 겨. 다 당기 미디 수술로 내가 제야 돼. 콘도사르와. 콘도 니금도 와. 다야 심나라 디 미디 남주도 심나라 샤르데기도 와. 디 샤르브 난신지 거도. 와. 미독자. 저거 두지 통고도. 디 뭐네게 저거 두디 가도 채다. 이거 말이잖아. 이거 말.
So the other thing, so first of all, if we have a situation or a person that makes us angry, then, and we're thinking about that situation, first of all, we've had this, first thing we can look for is anger. The other thing is, what is actually making us angry, right? If we're thinking about some person that made us angry or some situation that made us angry, what is it that's actually appearing to us? What is us that is actually making us angry? We need to be able to look and try and find that. What is it that's actually making us angry?
양데 곰데스 겨와 양도 우중 나 스텝 양 당기 삼로 찍고 찍냐 당기 컨트롤 찍고 컨트롤하니 미드 찍고 찍냐 삼로다 텐데기 미디 수수 심라 샤그르와 샤르바나 신디 제다 가도 제다.
So now we can do the same sort of meditation. So first we'll do the 5 breathing exercises. Then think about the exact same situation or person that makes you angry, that made you angry. But this time we're going to look at the thing. What is it, that thing that made us angry? Where is that? Try and find that.
어이 다 곰잡셔스. 저랑서 미디 수수 심나 샤바나 신지 제나 전 이거 말해라. 아니 많이들 다들 전 매든 조서 시도 미디 수수 심나 샤바도 파제나 이거 말해. 니들 다 매도 동상상으로 가 매든 조서 시도 동상상으로. 디심리아 텐 제디 스테이트나 아니 뭐네기다 펜도 전부여.
So yeah, if we have the situation where we try and find the thing that makes us angry, and we're not able to find it, like we're not actually able to find it, we kind of get this like vacuous or empty kind of feeling or experience. And if we can just stay in that, stay with that kind of experience through not finding this thing that makes us angry, then that just sort of resting in that can be very beneficial.
어이 다디 오늘 다 데르다 저랑서 컨트롤시하게 탑란 격슈 뉴버체슈 렐하슈 건체슈 건체슈 하고서
So now you have this easy, quick, awesome cheap and best method for dealing with anger.
나머지 거세. 레일 하다 전에 아주 검색이요 말았다.
No, they love it.
Looks too easy, then we didn't do
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, maybe if it's too cheap, we don't value it, right?
아사지. 아데디 베트 디티균 딱 알아서 용거로 와. 다 선이 나니네. 콘돌라니지 중으로 제나 된 거다.
So, now, like, when going forward tomorrow, the next day, and you get angry, try and recollect this, try and think about it.
뒤jú 콘돌라니지 다 콘도시 란다스라고 그래. 뒤jú 콘돌라니 미지어라. 다 콘도시 란다라고 그래.
Okay.
다 콘도시 란다. 뒤에서
So
검자오라.
So now you could go tell all your friends, oh, do something, make me angry, make me angry, make me angry. I need to meditate, make me angry.
나 검자고 여기서
I
콘돌란다.
need to meditate. Come on, somebody make me angry.
제가 도골라 나 콘돌란라도 콘도지들랑 말해.
So yeah, you're gonna try and make me angry, and I won't get angry, and this is it. I'll go.
아유. 콘도 말라나 콘돌란 그래. 콘돌란라도 랑 말해. 날 콘도 말라 아다 저거 공부를라나? 가니타 가니 참부 제거라나? 아규 제거래. 다 콘도 다 아규 제거다.
So normally we say, oh, don't do anything to annoy me, don't be nice to me, don't argue with me. But now it's the opposite. Now it's like, oh, do whatever you want to agitate me and make me angry. Yeah, it's very awesome now. 'Cause surely there's a lot of people that irritate you out there. So,
대사. 뭐네도 누가 좀 빼라. 세배냐네.
so this is it's very powerful.
다 배진 다리 둔다데 지난도 어디 때닝에 콘도 가와도 콘도라니 미디 가와도. 계속 니스나나? 안 둔다 제마들랑 알아. 저 이게 티지 계셔서 니스 인데스투스 아니게 둔다 제마데 탈람되고스.
So for this week, if you can do this meditations we've just done. So think of situations that make you angry. Try and identify the anger, find the anger, and also try and find the object, the person, or the thing that makes you angry. And so next week, if you find it, like write it down and let me know, and then I'll give you a method to work with that.
다야 만이나나 라그마다스네 탈란요 마다스로 나 나도 하고 오라 나도 하고는 맨데네 야고 요마라.
So if you don't find it, then I can't give you the technique to deal with it, right? So if you don't know what's making you sick, then you can't give the medicine to heal it.
제가 어딘데 되네다 건다 다 건다 곰데스 잡나야고라 니마고 근데 상대 스탄제 다 지린 내가 논주 가르쳐도 만들고 가르쳐도 집에 계셔버려 되네 수수수수 논주디 하고도.
So also before you go, it's good to do a meditation before you go to sleep, right? To actually think back over the actions, things you did today, and identify any mistakes you may have made, right? And recognize them as something, not beating yourself up, but just to recognize what you did that was maybe not that skillful or mistakes that you may have made.
아니 근데 제는 다 들은 내가 근데 지금도 다 산이가 내가 근데 지금도 samdana jodo라 그래가.
And then taking a positive approach to it, thinking, okay, I may have made this mistakes, but tomorrow and going forward, I'll try and avoid making the same mistakes again. I won't do these same things again. And in this way, you can, start to transform your mind in a positive direction.
다 디네스 곰 야고 잡 밀레펜도 체 야고 체나 다 디린데 야고 체샤 데니 교중 스스 교 저과의 교 미상마 가고 총성 다 산이 양아 딘데 양자 내가 야거든데 최고도 서와 미식다 개지슈 밀레 개지슈디 잠재고 오래 잠재 자 오늘 아주 잠재냐면 저마도 나나네 메젤 닝보여 말아 먼저 잠재생이 개정을 쉬어라다.
It's also important to think about the things you did well through the day, positive actions you did, things you did to help others, and feel positive about that. But also, it's important to think about the times and try and cultivate this loving kindness, positive, loving kindness sort of attitude. Because without this love and kindness attitude, then this life has no essence or meaning.
And we one day I went in Richmond Mall. I saw the letter "Be kind," isn't it? Be kind. This words very short. Action not easy. 어, 당연히 be kind 술을 치고 그래. 뒤다 그래. Be kind 간대 치고 그래.
Right.
This I'm down with that.
But yeah, we have to think about it a bit more. Like, who is it? Who do we be kind to, and how do we be kind? Who's being kind, and how do we be kind? We've got to think about it a little bit more.
그다음 이제 배야고래. 식통버디. 다 배야고라. 먼저 공부 당부 잡사래. 당도 공부 니워 잡고라. 공부 선보죠. 공부 니워 가르스나. 다 미래래래게 밀어야 칸 채웠다. 미지를 칸 채, 니를 채, 숨을 채. 안 된대 쟤는 아니 뭐네게 야고용으로 하다.
So then once we see this, like be kind or think to be see it or think to be kind, that's the first step. Then the next step is actually to put it into action, to be kind to people, to actually engage with people with kindness. All the individuals and all the people around us.
네, 된대로. 다디 곰자디 건다도 소소 대스나도 대모드나 많이 얘기로 니 먹고 혼을 삼다나 돼. 니 먹고 혼다.
So, and it's important kind of the zupodi jigre
말에디 곰 건다 곰자죠라 포스트 네게도 당기.
Ale.
디 곰소소 대나를 되면은 많이 세나라 니 그걸로 삼다나 돼로.
All right. So, it's good to do this meditation where you're reflecting on the day, just in the evening, right? And evening time, it's because then you can look back over the whole day and you can think about it even just before you go to sleep. It can be a good time to do this meditation.
니 그걸로 될라 아니 쌤디 수수 답에 야고 충충 개화가나 샤토비나 아니 니디 정말 개화를 두고 와 아니 수불랑에서 써야 편도 전부.
And it's very beneficial if you can create, like, do a positive through meditation, create like a virtuous or positive mindset before you go to sleep, because then all of your sleep becomes positive, right? Like you'll sleep much better and all of these things if you have a positive mental attitude before you go to sleep.
다 좋아요.
Any questions?
새우 차송해. 당기 라비아 돼서.
Is it all clear? So if you have any questions, ask them. We can have a little bit of a discussion. So the question is there any technique or any way to cope with noise, like a neighbor's noise or something like that? So sometimes such an like kemambogyab, like me kegyab gire ki kemambogyab na dini gong kandigyab.
꽤 고난 컨데스도 다. 꽤 고난 가와도 다. 꽤 고난을 꽤 고난을 받다시 않는데.
So then, you can actually use the sound as the object of your meditation. So, recognize the sound and think, where's that sound coming from, and try and identify it and actually use it as the object of the meditation.
This is I have lost here using or never using. I think this year, last year, and this he little better. But some years he using chainsaw, lawnmower. And nowadays we have helicopter there, never. And sometimes we have never dog barking, But I'm lucky, I'm not much. Sometimes those people have problem. Sounds. Just present moment, sound. The dollar junior mare. Doggy, junior, garu yora. Ring day junior. Junior the matter. And then daddy, midagway, present yabure, midawa, joa to go. During what they mare.
So, if you can see the sound as like impermanent or changing, like a continuum that's constantly changing, it's very good to think about it in that kind of way because yeah, the sound is constantly changing and it won't be there for long, right? The sounds come and go. So if you can recognize it in that way, it's very helpful.
저는 다디 고요인데 아니 다디 교도고 요래 안 다디를 규제 망보요래 봐 규제 망보를 되네 중요래 단단 나랑 거야기 다nga 다디를 가오멜라지도 다디를 가오멜라죠 말에 다 간데선 다디 야고도 다디 간데스도라 아니 다디 코나 다디 깨디 가와도 다디 깨디 가와도 다디 수수베래 다디 간에 중요래 담담에는 당기 수수 다디 다디다가 마지부서 오들래져라 매우 차로.
So, if you think about the sound in terms of being impermanent and coming about due to many causes and conditions and, constantly changing and things like that, and if you can recognize that, if you start to think about it in that way, and then think, well, where is this actual sound that's disturbing my mind? Like, what is it? Where is this sound that's disturbing my mind?
저는 좀 된데 추직 근데 여러 다 다요 사용하고 싶은 게 있다. nga jenjang dong loma la chue shin shi ge ma re loma du de de ra gon gon nga dong deng 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 nga jenjang dong gon zo guruk de ta nga de da de dang bu da de ga ma ro ga ma ga sa de ne se re mi ga she da chen bul ga ne ke de de chen bu na la nyom ba na shi tab je de ge da gon zo ga ge ra nga de da de ga bu che sha na 누구 말을 다 됐지.
So, the
좀 된데 가도 하영하고 지도면 다 써야죠. 도죠.
So,
나 그다음에 위험한데.
So at the time of the Buddha, they had this kind of disciples or people meditating. And at that time, he was ringing like a bang, a drum or a gong or something like that, and making this noise.
Big drum, nga chimbo.
Yeah, okay, so big drum.
Big drum.
It made a lot of noise. And for some people, they found this very disturbing, right? Their minds were extremely. Any kashi di gagi do.
Dil dene any kale gama ga sa di sim la yong go re. Ani nga di da di mi da go yin ba. Dene chung da me yin ba du chen dil dene ani chu ko do mang bo xin ro xin go ro.
Right. Oh, okay. So initially, some of them found the sound quite disturbing, but over time, as they heard the sound more and more, they were able to see, the impermanence of the sound, how it came about through causes and conditions, and through just hearing the sound, they were able to develop this their understanding through it.
Yeah. And first time this person heard this sound, they don't like, Later they understand more. After they like this sound, 당보 가게요 말와 강이데 제일 곰자 삼는다는데 아니 다들 되네 마게 믿어도데 제들 nga 달량 가게요 제가 nga 다 지버에 당보 가게요 말 제일 거 가르 수심스.
Right. So initially they found the sound disturbing, right? But as they started to understand it more, see the impermanence, see that it arises dependent on causes and conditions and things like that, then they actually started to like the sound and enjoy it. So, in this way, through understanding it, they were able to actually find it, turn it into something positive, beneficial.
And last year, I went to India, both guys. And they want and happy new year. Some family they do marriage, and they're big sound system, huge, and then start in the evening 8 o'clock sound, boom boom boom. Looked a little bit earthquake, and I try to do some meditation. Very hard. And I told maybe. And my friend, he said he want to go to sleeping and 9 o'clock. He said get up, and all people come out and they request please your sound go down because tomorrow we want listening teaching. And Indian young people they don't care, bing 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 bing. Yep, now we need tolerance practice, and we make some cup of tea. And I thought, no, go to sleeping, just then we make cup of tea. Then we are just tasting, talking, laughing. and then 1 o'clock, then stop, then go to bed sleeping. Lucky they stop 1 o'clock. Yeah. Mm, here, here nothing. In India, it's incredible sound. Morning 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the Muslim Allah. Then the Hindu, there's anything big, yes,
It's like a
chanting,
competition between
chanting,
the two temples, right? It's crazy.
Oh yeah. But you mind not to put there. You still good sleeping. Unbelievable. I went in Jumet. Morning we get up 2 o'clock prayer, 2 o'clock, and the ritual maybe the 10 drum, similar this 10, 5, and this symbol 5, 5, 5, 10, and then the symbol bung 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 bung. Beginning looks a little bit better. Then we have good sleeping because 3, 4 o'clock we had very good sleeping in the drum. Looks big drum, 10 drum, bing 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 bing, and the symbol. Uh, 2 o'clock get up, 7 o'clock, and evening 4 o'clock finish. Between sometimes 2 hours we have 15-minute gap and breakfast and bring in the comba bread, and quite often they give tea. Yeah, amazing, but man not put the effort. ro ngazu thona ma chena na ke jmo khaje yene ni ka thum do ni hu do.
So if you don't like engage the sound or put your attention on it, then no matter how noisy it is, you can still get to sleep.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, now we stop here.